Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Kinsfolk. Now, this game was sent to me by the developer. The developer is a solo developer, and the game costs $5 or €5. €5 is actually about 20% more than $5, so it's actually more like $6 or €5, even though it obviously depends on your regional pricing. But 20% is quite a big difference. But then anyway, I pay for my games in euro, so I always mention the euro price since that's a lot more these days. By the way, my mouse, okay, there we go. My mouse went away for a second and then it came back. Um, it's a solo developer game. The game is very short. According to the developer, there's about 40 to 50 minutes of gameplay. Now, I myself am someone who prefers to play long games where you can get 50 hours or more playtime out of a game. I think the only game that is like a short game that I've ever played and actually enjoyed and liked and would actually replay is Titanfall 2. So Titanfall 2, I completed it in about maybe 6 hours, and then I replayed it and completed it in about 5 hours. But that game is very expensive. When it released, I believe it was a full $50 or $60 game, and $50 or $60 for a game that can keep you busy for 5 hours, that's really, really brutal. That's like $10 per hour that it costs you to play the game, you know? So that's really, really brutal, even though, like I say, Titanfall 2 is a very, very good game, but it's not really a game that I would be able to recommend paying the full $50 or $60, just because, like I say, you're only getting 5 hours of gameplay out of it. I'm someone who very much takes the price of a game into consideration. So, if a game is bad or if it's very short, then I might pay $5 for it. But if it's bad or very short, then I definitely won't pay $20 or $30 or more for a game. And likewise, if a game is very, very good or very long, whilst also being good, because obviously some games can be very long but not very good, then I'll pay $100 for a game. You know, I don't have a problem paying $100 for a game if it's a very, very good game and you can get 200 or more hours of playtime out of the game. You know, even though there's honestly only probably 5 games ever made that, in my opinion, I would actually pay $100 for. But you get the point. So this game is $5. We are going to evaluate it under $6 because that's what it costs in Europe and what it costs for me if I were to purchase it, even though, like I say, the developer was nice enough to send me a key. Even before the game was released, the developer sent me a key, which I appreciate, even though I didn't get around to playing the game until now, which is the launch day. Now, for you people who don't want a spoiler, obviously the story is short. It's a short game, and it's very story focused. For you people who don't want to get spoiled and watch literally the entire game in the next 50 minutes or so, you can just skip to the very end of the video today. As with all of my first impression reviews, I give you a summary and my final conclusion on the game in the last 10 minutes or so of the video. So I will put the timestamp in the description below. You can just jump to that timestamp if you don't want to see any spoilers or anything like that at all. I will give you my summary and tell you what I think about the game in the last 10 minutes or so of the video. That's the same with all of my first impression reviews. Doesn't matter if a video is 7 hours long, I always give my final verdict and my final opinion in the last 10 minutes or so of the video. So today we're going to be playing the game, we're going to be finishing the game, we're going to be playing through the entire game. Like I said, it's about 50 minutes, and then at the end I will give you my opinion without hopefully spoiling anything. And I'll just tell you whether or not, in my opinion, the game is worth $6. So, as I said, it's a solo developer game. So, even though that doesn't really matter, in my opinion, if a game is $5, it has to be worth $5. Doesn't matter if it's developed by one person or 1,000 people, the game still has to be worth the asking price. So, but I just wanted to mention that the game is developed by one person. So let's jump into the game. The spoilers will probably start from here on out. So we can move. The game doesn't tell us that we can move, but I just assumed we can move already. A little bit of stuttering there. So do we have to go over there, or can we go to the house? Let's go over there just because that's where the camera was pointing at the start. We can't run or sprint right now.
How could this have happened? We were supposed to do this together. You and me. Help each other out. Because you were the one who always had the answers. And I'm not sure I can do this on my own. What's the point of it all? I feel lost without you. Lost and alone. Wait, what? Where is that coming from? Hey, everything will be okay. I know you miss her too. You must be so confused right now. But don't worry, I will figure something out for the both of us. I I think I know what she would want us to do.
Okay, we can run finally. There's invisible wall over here. But the game uses invisible walls to stop you from exploring too much, but also just falling down the mountain.
I remember the first time we moved here, you know. Your mother loved this place. She could spend hours in this room. Sometimes I worried she wouldn't even eat if I didn't remember to bring her food. The only thing I felt at the time was how cold and foreign it was. But over time, we called it home. I'm sad we have to go, and I'm sad that you won't see more of it. It's time. We can't stay here anymore. We need to go back to that place. I don't really want to, but we have to. It's what she would do. Shh. Whoa. Everything's okay. I'm here with you. You're not alone. Shh. Everything will be okay. You were so much better at this.
So, I guess we might have to go over there, but let's see what happens if we don't necessarily follow where we should be going, basically. Do we get turned around, or what happens?
It doesn't feel real, leaving this place. There was still so much I wanted to show you. Oh, your mother loved to spend nights here when it was warm in the summer. We would lie back and watch the night sky fill with stars.
Well, it seems the game isn't blocking us from progressing, so I guess over there in that area we might have encountered another small story element like this one. We're just gonna skip that one.
She saw a shooting star and made a wish. I asked her what she wished for. Do you know what she said? She wished for you. And now, you're here. This forest. We better keep the ruins in sight. It wasn't fun getting lost in there last time.
Let's see, can we go this direction? instead of to the left where we're clearly supposed to go. I want to see how much freedom the game gives you.
Shh, 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 shh. Everything will be okay.
Okay, so this might just be an alternative path.
Oh, the poor thing. This deer, it may have been someone's mother. Yes, like your mother. Oh, life. Life is fragile, isn't it? I remember a hunting trip I went on once. The wind was strong that morning, making the trees sway. Something you could see, feel, even before stepping into the woods. Every step through the forest, I was getting closer to the animal. I knew it.
Are we supposed to be on hearing footsteps actually? Are we supposed to looking out for an animal or what? Because I'm hearing footsteps. I'm not hearing footsteps now, but I'm still hearing them.
There, through the trees in the clearing, I thought I saw movement. A deer, perhaps, grazing in the meadow's morning light. So peaceful, so unaware.
I don't see anything.
The meadow was calm, the sun warm on my back. There was a strange sense of serenity, a moment of peace out in the wild. I steadied my breath as I drew my bow, aimed, and released.
There's a bit of
That day, as the deer fell, I realized that life is not just about survival. It's about understanding, about seeing the world through eyes other than our own. I wonder how the world looks through your eyes.
There's a bit of a misspelling on that achievement. If I can read it again. You discovered the hunting story. That doesn't make sense. Like the achievement doesn't make sense. You discovered the hunting story. The dev should just have a look at that.
Shh, 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 shh. Everything will be okay. Oh no. You're burning up. The cold, it must be getting to you. We need to find shelter, and fast.
Are you going to fail this time, too?
No. No, I can't.
Then show me.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. This is bad. I need to get to shelter at the top of that mountain.
Can you really do this without her?
I'm here, little one. Everything will be okay.
Maybe she should be here instead of you.
I wonder, does the game have some kind of a fall damage? Let's test it. No.
Are we going to make it?
With this type of platforming, like, the developer could maybe, possibly, think about making a game like Only Up. I think with this game engine and the platforming that is already in the game, the developer could just, like, take that way further and attempt to make a game like Only Up.
I would never let you go.
Are you really capable of doing this?
I don't like those types of games, like Only Up, but it is a very, very popular game genre, so...
We're almost there. Shh, shh, shh. Hang on.
Can you overcome this?
Oh shit.
Just a little more, I promise.
Will you fail? Will you let them down?
Even if I fall, I'll climb again.
What the fuck? The terrain is not very good. You slide down too easily and get caught too easily. Look at this small little thing over here. I'm just pressing forward, I'm not pressing jump. And then you can't, like, move upwards. It's not Good. The sloping is not the way that it should be, in my opinion. If you're gonna make a platforming game, you must
Shelter.
have
Thank
the
goodness.
sloping be absolutely perfect.
Shh. It's okay. You're safe now. You'll be okay. Come on. Let's head inside. Looks like someone's feeling better. I'm so glad. Did I do a good job, Father? I agree. It's nice to be warm again. I can't wait to introduce you to him. He's going to love you.
Okay. That is a clear sign the developer didn't bother with fluid dynamics. I know fluid dynamics is very difficult to do unless the game engine that you're using already has fluid dynamics built into it. But clearly this game engine, I'm not sure what game engine the developer is using here, but this one does not have fluid dynamics built into it. Oh, and there's now an invisible wall, okay. So I'm assuming we're supposed to go around.
How strange. The water wheel. It's not working.
Okay, I can't go back. Are you telling me I'm stuck behind an invisible wall? Yeah, I can't go through there. So we are behind an invisible wall that we have to cross again. There we go. Yeah, so the developer should quite honestly put a invisible wall. It's fine to have an invisible wall here, but obviously you should have it all the way. And I think like the invisible wall should like go from here, you know, from here right before you can actually go underwater, and then all the way over there, all the way over there. So they shouldn't put the invisible wall like over here where it is. They can put it a little bit more forward, just so that you can get your middle of your body wet, and then that's it. And then it needs to go all the way around, because clearly you are not supposed to go into the water. Like, the game is pretty, you know, the environment is pretty, the grass is pretty, trees are nicely done. I like the trees. It's not like your typical very, very basic, very static trees. Most video games have static trees with only a couple of moving leaves. These ones look like they're all moving, so there's no static at all on the trees, which is really nice. You don't see a lot of games like that. So I like the environment, I like the graphics, it looks nice. I almost think the developer can definitely use this game engine and perhaps just expand on it, you know? create a hack and slash, you know, third person hack and slash type game. Get some goblins, get some skeletons, get some orcs. You can buy those models obviously on the Unity store or on the Unreal store. I'm not sure what engine this game uses. I can actually maybe have a look very quickly. I should be able to recognize the game engine very quickly. Let's have a look. I'm just quickly having a look in the... Oh, okay, so it's Unreal. Almost certainly Unreal. Just check. Yeah, the developer can just go on the Unreal store. Yes, it's Unreal. I'm not sure if it's Unreal 4 or Unreal 5, but yeah, the developer can just go on the Unreal store, buy some orcs, buy some goblins. Obviously, they then have to program in a whole bunch of RPG mechanics, loot mechanics, all of that stuff. But I think that's a very popular genre, and the developer can definitely do that. They've already created the world. Like, this world is nice. They just need to, you know, put down a couple of castles, put some goblins around the castles, that kind of stuff. I think the developer can definitely make something out of this other than a walking simulator type, platforming type game. Or the developer can just do what I said, like only up. Only up you can definitely do already with this, with the platforming and that kind of stuff. Only up would be very easy to do.
Ah, it's missing some parts. Maybe we can fix it together. Ah, it's missing some parts. Maybe we can fix it together. I remember using this before. You know, your grandpa used to tell me, patience is the craftsman's best friend. But I still get impatient sometimes. Ah, that's it. Ha! Good idea. There must be more around.
So what, outside perhaps? Yeah, probably outside. I don't like the fact that the game makes you walk inside the house.
This is it. I'm glad he taught me how to fix things. Oh, I'm gonna teach you too, you know. He always said that there is no tool more important than knowledge. He always loved his proverbs.
Just to make the water wheel work again.
There must be one more.
One more? Where the hell would that be? What am I looking for?
Well, this'll be handy. We did it! Yes, I think he would be proud.
Okay, where do we go next? Like, obviously he's not here. I'm assuming it's his father. I maybe way over there. I'm assuming we don't need to run on the path.
The night will be here soon. The windmill could be a nice place to take shelter.
Yeah, I guess so as well.
No, we're not there just yet. Your mother and I used to love taking long walks like this. Just taking in everything. Oh wow, it truly is beautiful here. Ah, you noticed it too, huh? Just like your mother would. She always did see the beauty in life. And there's so much of it. The wind is gentle tonight. You know, your grandpa used to think that the wind would sing if you just listened closely. But I never really believed him. Well, on a lot of things, actually. Warm, at last. Feels nice, doesn't it? We'll stop for the night and head out farther north in the morning. I still don't know what I'm going to say to him. I could forgive him, maybe, but I don't really know. Hey, shh, it's okay. I must have dozed off.
As I have done is as good as none.
Huh? What was that?
We were supposed to do this together.
Is someone there?
Names and place.
Hello? I don't have a good feeling about this. We should move.
Yeah, but it's hilariously dark.
That's better. Don't worry, I'm right here.
I can see
Okay.
a little bit.
Let's go.
So there's a path over there, there's a path over there, a path over there going far away, and then a path over there. Do these stones mean anything? So this is a nice stone, this is a pillar, a pile of broken stones. So there's 3. Let's go over here. And then the path splits. Ouchie.
Head. What's that? Could that have been?
Okay, so why are we getting damage?
The test I've done is as good as none.
Do I know that voice?
And then we're just heading back again. So we're supposed to choose the correct path. The shape of the stones definitely have something to do with it.
What? No. Why are you here? You should be back home.
We were supposed to do this together.
Hey now. Shh, shh, shh. It's too dark. I need to get some more light. Why is she? She must be worried about us.
But it's so dark I can't see anything. It's hilariously dark. Okay, so this one now has a fire bite, which means we succeeded in that direction, I guess.
I miss her. It's been really tough. But I know she's still helping us. Yes. I know she is.
The test I've done is as good as none. Thanks, at least.
There are still voices out there. I need to find the rest of them, or else I won't make it through the night. Huh? What's this doing here? Wait. No. This is Father's chicken coop.
The test I've done is as good as none.
Hey, it's okay. I'm right here. Let's head back for more light. Why is it here? Could he still be disappointed in me? Much better. Father, it's hard to live up to you, but I'm doing my best. Yes. It must have been hard for him too.
Thanks, at least.
There's still one more out there. Come on, let's find the last one. Another deer. No, this is the same one from back then. But how?
Thanks, at least.
There. Don't worry, little one. I need more light. I'll have to go back. Why is that deer here? I thought I put that behind me. There we go. It was a mistake, I know that. I still feel sorry for what I did. But I need to move past it. Yes. Yes. That's part of life. The voices. They're gone. I get it now. This darkness. I'm not scared anymore. Yes. If I have you, I have nothing to fear. Hi. Good morning. I had such a strange dream last night. It felt so real. Oh, were you scared too? Don't worry. I'll always be here. Come on. Let's not keep your grandpa waiting.
Okay, now we can run on the water. That shouldn't be happening.
Hold on tight. We're one step closer. So many memories here. I never thought I would be back. Everything feels smaller than what I remember. Yes, I probably did get bigger. Whoa! Do you see those deer? I wonder what they were doing. Oh no, is he? Oh, thank goodness, he's still breathing. But it is shallow. Yes, of course, we should help him. He's small enough. I can carry him. Look, the waterfall's over there. If I remember correctly, there should be some medicinal berries near there. Oh, don't worry, he'll be okay. He's still breathing. Just, keep him company, okay? This is perfect. We should be able to find some around here. Ah, yes, this should do it. Come on, little one. It's okay. You can eat it. Don't worry. There you go. Good, good. Look, you're feeling better already. That's very good.
I don't know if deer eat berries. Don't they just eat like grass and stuff?
I wish we could keep him too, but we need to get him back to his family. Come on. They ran up somewhere in the mountains.
Let me Google that quickly. I'm Actually curious. I don't know what deer eat. Okay, apparently deer do eat berries, according to Google. Learn something.
Ah, I think those are your kin, little one. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. He's fine now. He'll be with his family. I know it's hard, but we need to let him go now.
What are the chances that the deer would line up in a row like that?
And there you go. Wow. This is good. I needed this. Grandpa's close. Just up that hill. This was easy back then. I don't know why I'm like this right now. I think I'm nervous. It's okay. It's okay. We're finally here. You know, your grandpa used to watch sunsets here. He'd say this is the best view on the island. I guess he was right.
Another gravestone. Don't tell me the grandfather is also dead.
Hey, Dad.
Or the dad, at least.
It's been a long time.
Not even the grandfather.
I have someone special here I'd love for you to meet. Look, that's your grandpa. Say hi. Yes, Grandpa. I'm sorry for not coming sooner, Dad. A lot of things happened while you were gone. My wife, she passed away. It was very hard for a while. I had these nightmares, just voices in my head of you, of her, and just darkness everywhere I went. I couldn't get out of it. And then I remembered that I have this little sunshine with me. He gives me strength. Strength like I can do anything in the world. You know, we even fixed the old river mill together. Can you believe it? The wheel wasn't turning, so we got it working again. I even remembered your old proverbs. Saying it to him now. I always thought they were silly, but I guess that's how I keep a piece of you with me. I finally understand how hard it was for you. I don't think I can ever be you, but at least I can try. And I can take the good parts of you with me, so that he can feel the same love that you gave to me, despite everything. You know, I wonder if he'll feel the same way too, with his own child someday, standing somewhere like this, wondering if his fears, his insecurities, and his love will pass on. It will. It will. And he'll smile, just like I am. You're still here, Dad. And she is too. Just in a different way. And I'm finally okay with that.
So yeah, that's the entire game. How long was it? Double check here. I'd say it's about 45 minutes, maybe. Yeah, it's a okay story. I'm sure that the story has some kind of a significance to the developer. As someone who also lost his father, I can certainly, I guess, understand and sympathize with the developer's story with the game, you know. So yeah, it's interesting. Perhaps the developer also lost his wife. That's possible. I'm not sure. But yeah, the story basically deals with the topic of loss, you know, father, wife, whatever, husband, you're a woman, even grandmother, grandfather, whatever. If you're young enough to still have a grandfather and grandmother, I haven't had a grandfather or grandmother, any grandparents for pretty much 10 years now. So my grandfather and grandmother, both my mother and my father's grandparents, both have been gone for about 10 years now. So, but yeah, my opinion on the story is it's fine. It, in my opinion, is very maybe subjective. The story, you know. So, like, if you have never suffered loss in your life, there's people, I guess, who have never suffered loss. You know, I know people who have still all of their brothers and sisters, all of their parents, all of their grandparents. They really haven't ever suffered any real loss, you know. I know people like that, and a story like this, I'm not sure if the story is really aimed at them. I'm not sure how they would really react or feel playing a story like this. For me, this specific story, like I said, I have lost my father a couple of years ago. I lost my mother many years ago, even though this story doesn't deal with the topic of losing your mother. I don't have a wife, so I've never lost a wife, but I can probably imagine that it is as bad, I guess I can say, as impactful as losing your father. In my opinion, losing a father or a parent would be more impactful than losing a partner. But I guess that would be depending on your own relationship. I was very, very close with my father, so I can't really see that any loss ever would be worse than that for me personally. But yeah, clearly, if this is based on a real story, then clearly this developer was impacted, their life was impacted enough for them to create a game about it. You know, a short game. Just to whatever. I don't know what the developers' motivations is, but just to share their story, perhaps, you know. I know there are some games out there that were made by people who lost their children at a young age through cancer. I know there's the one game the developer made a game because they lost their son, I believe it was, at a very young age through cancer. So the developer made a game about that. I can't remember now what the game's name is, but I'm sure you can just Google the name. So yeah, there's a lot of these well, there's not a lot of these types of games, but there are these types of games out there dealing with loss on a specific topic. I personally don't really know what the objective would be. Like, I've suffered a lot of loss in my life, but it's not really something I would create a game about. I don't know. I guess it's perhaps therapeutic for the developer, the same way as talking with loss with a therapist or your friend or your partner or your family members, whatever. You know, talking about loss, talking about your problems and issues. It's therapeutic, and it is literally therapy. It helps talking about those kinds of things, in my opinion, because keeping it bottled up obviously is not good. So I think this developer made this game as part of therapy to a certain extent, I'm sure. So yeah. Let's see, can you do a resume? What will a resume do? Probably nothing, to be honest. Okay, well, it puts us back over here. Can we do anything after this? Probably not. Yeah, we can probably just like run around now. One thing that I see is the skybox. You can see the skybox. So right at the top of my dude's head, right over there, all the way like that, all the way over there, you can see the skybox, which really you only see here at the end for like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, it's nothing too bad, you know, but perhaps the developer could increase the skybox a little bit, you know, just increase the skybox, the size of the skybox. If that doesn't, oh, we're falling. If that doesn't negatively affect the performance of the game. Also some rough edges like this isn't natural, you know, this slope here, this isn't natural. If they can just perhaps make the edge of the mountain a little bit more natural, you know, something like that. I also think perhaps the developer should have the deer, those 4 deer, the developer should have them over here. So instead of down there, I think the developer should have them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, around the gravestone. I think that would be more impactful. And then you could come up, place the baby deer, and then they all run away. I think that might be a little bit more impactful. That's just a small change, but I think if the developer is going for a certain message, like perhaps helping, not necessarily animals, but just helping anyone, making your little part of the world better, helping where you can, bringing about good change, not just change, but good change wherever you can. This over here is also a little bit rough. The developer should just fix this rough edge over here. You know, just... Okay, why are we walking so slowly now? We're walking now. We're not running anymore. Perhaps the developer's message is helping or something like that, apart from the message of the story, you know, of loss, perhaps dealing with loss, stuff like that, you know. I just think the deer up there would be slightly more impactful. But yeah, like honestly, I don't know if I'm probably not the target audience for this type of game, because I don't play these types of games. I don't play walking simulators. I don't play short games. I don't like the fact that we're walking the whole time now. For some reason, we're forced to walk now. When I want to play a game, when I'm considering, when I'm going through Steam and considering purchasing a game, I almost always look at the reviews to see the playtime of the other players. How much playtime do the other players have? And if I see, okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours on most of the reviews, then I will know, okay, this is a very short game, you know, or it's a very bad game which people just play for 1 or 2 hours and then decide it's a heaping pile of shit. But if I see 10 hours, 20 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours, 1,000 hours, then it definitely makes me more it makes me consider to buy a game much more, you know. If I see that many players in the reviews have 1,000 hours or 500 hours more, then I will go, okay, this game is clearly a game that will give you a lot of playtime for the price, you know, $20, $30, $50, whatever, you know. And like I said, I don't have an issue paying $100 or more for a game if it can give you like 200 or 300 or 500 hours of playtime, you know. So I very much consider the amount of time that you can play on a game when I am purchasing a game. So I'm not the target audience for this game, even though, as I already explained, I've lost my father recently, a couple of years ago, and it had a big impact on me, definitely. But I'm not someone who would go onto Steam or would go onto Google and look for games like this. Look for games that deal with DOS. It's just not something that I personally would do. And then on top of that, I don't play short games. So I would really not play a game like this normally. So I'm definitely not the target audience. But this game is more about the story. It's obviously not about the playtime that you can get out of it or anything like that. It's about the story. It's like a short story. It's basically like a movie, a short movie, not even an hour long. And you have to ask yourself, would you pay $6 for a movie with a short story that is 45 to 50 minutes long? And the story is, if I just have to rate this game's story, even though I don't give numerical ratings ever, but if I just had to rate the story of this game, I would say it's a 6.5, perhaps a 7, just because I'm not going to go over the story now, because as I said, I'm at the end of the video, I don't want to put any spoilers in it, but just the story is a little bit basic. I mean, it basically deals with 3 topics, basically. And obviously those 3 topics have some kind of a significance to the developer of this game. And perhaps you could also get some significance or some meaning out of that, as I'm sure the developer has. But just for the story, I'm not really sure I would pay $6 just even to watch a movie, even if it's a movie, not even a game. If it's a movie, I'm not sure I would pay $6 for a movie that is 50 minutes long, that deals with these 3 topics, I guess I can say. So yeah, like, I don't know, $6 is a lot for me personally. I know some people, like in America or some of the richer countries, $6 isn't anything. Like $6 is a coffee. You know, you can buy a coffee for $6. Whereas for me personally, $6 is a lot. I can feed my family for $6, literally, in a day. So $6 is a lot for me. But if you're considering literally just buying a coffee, you know, buying a Starbucks coffee or what the fuck ever coffee for $6, which will probably give you, I don't know, 20 minutes of quote-unquote pleasure, or not buying the coffee and buying this game instead, then I would definitely say, yeah, sure. I think that's worth it, you know? The pleasure that a coffee will give you and the pleasure that you will get from this game, there's no competition. This game, I think you should play this game. If you're literally just considering spending $6 on a coffee or something like that. Something frivolous, something not meaningful. Because this game's story and the gameplay and the topic this game deals with in the 45 minutes that it takes you to complete it is not frivolous. It is not how can I say, expendable. It might stay with you. You might learn something from it. You might take something away from it. Whereas with a coffee or something frivolous that costs $6, honestly, you won't take anything away from that, except a trip to the toilet, perhaps. So in that aspect, I can definitely recommend the game, and I would recommend that you play the game if that is your choice. But for me personally, there are a lot of good games out there for $5 or $6, like Vampire Survivors and any of the other myriad smaller games out there, you know. We can actually quickly have a look. So that's my opinion. That's my entire opinion of the game done. I think the game is good for a short 45-minute life lesson. I guess I can say. I guess you could get a life lesson from this. Otherwise, you will just get a short story, and that short story, I don't know, you might glean some information or emotion from the story. So that's my opinion of the game. Now, we're gonna alt tab. Unfortunately, when you alt tab in the game, the sound falls away, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. It would be nice if the developer had a toggle. There's usually a toggle in the settings menu where if you toggle it, then it will not remove the audio, so the audio will stay on. But this game doesn't have a toggle like that, unfortunately. So just 1 second. Okay, so if we have a quick look at the games that you can actually get for like under $7. Obviously, like I said, this game is $6. So games that are good, like Vampire Survivors. I don't particularly like Vampire Survivors. It's a fine game. It's not my type of game because I like games that have lasting progression instead of games that don't have lasting progression. But Vampire Survivors is a fine game. I've never played any of these games. Plants vs. Zombies, obviously, a very good game that can give you dozens and dozens of hours of playtime. It's a very good game. $5. Celeste, have I played Celeste? No, I have never played Celeste, even though it's in my library. It's a platformer. I don't like platforming games, but Celeste is a very good game. I've heard a lot of good things about Celeste. Otherwise than that, what are some good games down here? The Room is another type of walking simulator type game. Postal 2 is good if you're looking for a shooter, but it's currently on sale, so it's normally $10. It's $1 right now, so that doesn't really count. Anything else? Half-Life 2 free. That can't be free. It doesn't have a price right now. Anything else that's good? How is Life is Strange episode 1 for free right now? I have to add that to my library if it's actually free. Let's have a look. I mean, small games like Bagel are fine, but it's not really the type of game that we're talking about right now. Oh, I just need to change this to 1000. I'm not really seeing many very good games here right now for under uh, $7, to be honest. It's kind of kicking um, my plans to compare games with this game in the pants right now. But we will find one here somewhere. I mean, Plants vs. Zombies is good, like I already said. I'm just looking for a game which is almost kind of comparable to this game, to uh, Kinfolk. This game's price. This is a very good game, but it's not showing a price for some reason. A lot of these aren't showing any prices. I wonder why is it not showing any prices at all. That's very strange. I mean, Half-Life, this is Half-Life 1. Yeah, but it's good. For $5, I mean, you can keep yourself busy with this for a long, long time, even though it was made in 1999. So not really a good comparison. Oh, this one is a very cheap, good game. I've played a fair bit of this. Binding of Isaac is pretty bloody good for like $5. So that's a very good example of a good game that you can get under $7, which will give you a lot of playtime. So yeah, this is actually like $10, I believe. That doesn't really count. But that game, and then obviously Plants vs. Zombies is very good. Steam Will Dig, is that really what Steam Will Dig costs? $3. Is it seriously $3? Because that's hilariously cheap. Yeah, $3. Holy schmoly. Yeah, well, Steam Will Dig is a very good game for $3. That's actually surprising that it's that cheap. I mean, it's in my library, but that's very cheap. So that's another good example of a game that you can get for under $7. That's very good. A Deus Ex is very good for $7. It's very, very good for $7. A very good first-person shooter type game. But yeah, you get the point. There are some very good games out there that you can get a lot of playtime from and a lot of enjoyment from that are less than $6 or $7. So this game isn't really the type of game that I would spend my own money on. Like $6, I would never really buy a game like this. But of course, the developer sent me a code for this game. But like I say, it's not really my type of game. I do definitely see the message that the developer is trying to convey. And like I say, for a lot of people, they would appreciate that message. They would take that message to heart. I myself, as I said, have lost my father, so this message is something that could have meaning to me if I were someone who looks for meaning in games like this. You know, I mean, I could watch a movie about a certain topic that I have experienced, I guess, in my own life, and I could switch that off and watch Die Hard 2 after that, and I would completely forget about the quote-unquote message, unless it's a very, very impactful message, like something like Man on Fire. You've watched Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. That's a movie that has a message that I remember. I actually remember that message from that movie. So it's not to say that games like this and movies in general that have certain messages don't have an impact on me or many other people, but it's just not something that I would really spend $6 on to look for meaning, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like I say, I can recommend the game if you're someone who's just basically considering spending or quote unquote wasting $6 on something frivolous and you're looking for an indie developer to support and you're gonna get a short story out of it. You're paying for a short story, a playable short story, just as you would pay perhaps, I don't know what the ticket prices are in America, but perhaps you would pay $10-15 for a movie. The movie is gonna keep you quote unquote entertained for an hour and a half, and this game is gonna keep you quote unquote entertained for 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So you just have to consider if that is worth it for you. So yeah, it's a fine game. And yeah, it's by a solo developer. And yeah, I can definitely see and appreciate the message that the developer is attempting to convey, or at least I can only assume the message that the developer is attempting to convey. It might not be the message. I might be getting a different message from it, but as I already explained, I think the game is attempting to convey a message, well, 3 different messages essentially, that have to do with loss mostly. And yeah, I can appreciate that. I'm someone who can just really say, without even playing this game, like if you haven't played this game and you know you're not gonna play this game, I can really summarize this entire game by just saying that you should love your loved ones. You should love your loved ones. You should tell your loved ones that you love them every day. Every day. Every opportunity that you get, just tell your loved ones that you love them. That's really all that I can say. It's something that I have done for the most part, and I am happy that I did that with my father specifically before he passed. So that's basically the message I think that this game is trying to convey. Just love your loved ones and tell your loved ones every day that you love them. Show them that you love them. Your mother, your father, your partner, your children. Do that with them each and every day. That's really the message that I can give you, and I think it might be the message that this developer is also attempting to convey. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The game is available on Steam. I'll put the links in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.